What's going on YouTube? Centex Collector here with the review of the 2021 Haro Slo-Ride. Decided to go ahead and review this. Actually a friend of mine, I'm selling the bike for him since he's not on social media, so I figured I'd go over with you guys. So all he upgraded, so basically all stock except for the mags. These are this 29er, 29-inch Slo-Ride. So these are the crew mags, 29-inch black. And he threw on the Moto King chain tensioners and some dice valve caps because he was going for the Lakers purple and gold or purple and yellow, but he decided to stick with mountain biking, sell this bike off, and if he does want to ride, I have a second bike that he could ride with me, worst case. So this is a tribute bike to Brian Blyther, Mike Dominguez, and Xavier Mendez. Aluminum frame, 60/61 alloy frame. So basically this is a really entry level. You can buy these brand new still for $500 to $600 new in box. There's a few people still carrying them. I think they changed up the Slo-Ride a little bit. If you can see the graphics here. So, but overall, this is one of these type of bikes, and it's very similar. I've rode it a little bit. This particular one, my friend rode it less than 50 miles. You can see the Captex Cruiser sticker on there. That's who we roll with Thursday nights, and they ride Sundays. But this is one of those type of bikes that you can buy and just upgrade everything if you're really into the frame. This is very similar. I think this is probably the most entry level of the Haro, because it goes from Slo-Ride and then to the Haro pistol. And I actually had a pistol. So these are great entry level bikes if you're not trying to spend a whole lot of money. But this is also a bike that you can pretty much just rip apart and replace everything. The stem is great. I mean, it's a Haro stem. You can see the full pad set, which is really cool here. The Haro Slo-Ride pad set. The brakes, Pro Max, they work, V brakes. So you got the Haro 78. And then, I thought they were Pro Max. Pretty sure those are Pro Max. But those are cheap brakes, you probably replace. The grips are okay. Again, stock Haro grips. I'll definitely replace those. Handlebars are actually pretty cool. Some aluminum handlebars. And you got matching fork. The tires are stock. These are Kenda 29 by, can't see it, but I think they're like 2.3s. They're decent tires, gum wall. I'm not a fan of the gum wall tires. Some are, but you know, they work. And you got your Haro Sprocket. This is a 39 tooth Sprocket. Sprocket's fine for what it is. And then the chain, I forget what the chain is. Pedals, cheapy plastic, Haro 78 pedals. Obviously you wanted a color match, purple or something. I'd probably give them just because they got the stupid reflectors on there. I got the Haro 78 crank arms. Those would probably work. But I would definitely, just like my Haro pistol, I would get rid of the spindle in the bottom bracket. It's a sealed bottom bracket, but if I were to upgrade, that's what I did in my Haro pistol. And you got the Moto King chain tensioners on here. Stock seat post clamp. I always usually go with quick release on mine, so that way I can adjust my seat post, stock seat post. Seats super comfy. Haro makes comfy seats from this to pistol to my DMC, so I've always been happy with the Haro seats. chain. Usually that's something I would usually color match. If I were to do an upgrade, I'd probably just grab like a KMC purple chain, and I probably got some purple gold. He was intending to do gold and purple for Lakers, but he decided just to stick with mountain biking. And then we tried to put disc brakes on here because these particular mags actually, yeah, you can put, they're set up for disc brakes, but I couldn't find an adapter that would work right. So we had to pull it off. We tried a few times to get the disc brake to work, but 29 rims are just so big. Putting the adapters on there just didn't work well. But that's about it. Said, and that's what I noticed. I mean, you can take these out a few times, but that bottom bracket usually starts creaking within a couple rides. So I usually just tear out that whole bottom bracket, replace that, the spindle, pedals, and usually the crank arms too. Those crank arms aren't half bad. They actually stay on there. It's just that bottom bracket. But overall, I'm not big into purple. This is a really cool bike, especially if you like the puff puff pass. The graphics are really cool with a little low rider truck. Got your pad set on there. And like I said, it's rides. I rode it a little bit. Rides a lot like the Haro pistol I used to have. Like I said, great. If you just want to get into the big bike scene, 26 inches probably even cheaper. It's the 29er, which is a great entry level. Hop on one of these for $500-600. You'll probably spend less than $100 to replace that spindle and bottom bracket and a few other parts, and you'd be good to go. Especially those brakes, you can probably get some box 1 or box 3 brakes for like $50 or so. Those brakes are super cheap. And probably replace those grips, but like I said, under $100. Get this thing good to go. But like I said, this is the 2021 Haro Slo-Ride. I'm selling for a friend of mine. If you're in the Austin area, check out Facebook or OfferUp. You'll find it on there before I put it up on Evil Bay and try to deal with shipping and selling it that way. I'd rather just sell it locally first. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. JJ out.